Scrappy Peeps, Suzanna here today to share with you this layout created using the new Sun Chaser collection from Heidi Swapp that I got from the Cherry on Top store. So I have, as I typically would do, just a few pieces of the 12 by 12 pattern paper, the 6 by 8 paper pad, and I have the stamps as well as some washi, which is actually not from the store. That's from Heidi's shop herself, and some black and white cardstock. So originally, this is the foundation piece. This is what I chose to start to work with. This piece with the rainbow arcs, and I thought maybe I might back it in white or back it in black, but I decide that I'm going to do neither, and I am decided that I want those 3 pieces of pattern paper from the 6 by 8 paper pad to work with. I know because I don't have any of the ephemera that I want to work with these labels as journal spots. My original plan when I had purchased this was that I would make flowers to go with it, but I don't want flowers because this is so busy already that I don't need to add color in floral pieces. I really just need to add really black or white, which is why I converted my photo to black and white. And where I had thought that I was just going to use my X-Acto knife to slot in photos to something that I cut into these arcs, I decide to just go with kind of a curtain effect. But instead of being the curtain dropping from the top, this is the curtain sideways per se. So you have an arc to the top and an arc to the bottom there. And I like the way that it maintains the busy, but brings some calm to the busy. I definitely feel like I needed to frame the photo with the black because that made it stand out against the busy. And so you can see I have that piece of 6 by 8 with the phrases, script writing that I will actually use to back the photo, but also create a pocket. Because this is so busy, did not want to journal directly onto the page itself, and so having that card afforded me the room to put the journaling that I wanted. So to create the pocket is super simple. I always use double-sided tape to do that, and so I just literally, it's loose to the right and the left, but then the tape at the bottom right there is going to adhere it to the page, but also be the stop for the card that I cut out of the 12 by 12 sheet. Perfect right there. My original intent had been to leave both of these pieces pretty much 6 by 8 and then cut off at the bottom, but I thought that was too much black and too much contrast, and I knew I wanted to tuck it at least a little bit behind, and so that is why I end up shortening what I use. I do wish that I had used a little more of that white that went up to the top, but I really wanted the white space preserved on top of the photo as well. I originally thought that I would house my title there, and I don't actually have a title per se for this layout. I'm going with happiness. That's going to come from the tag. You can see that tag on that left-hand side there, but it is... My thought had been that I would title it the location of where we were at, which was at the Opera House in Oslo, but I decided that it really wasn't so much about the Opera House as it was about the time with my son, and so I liked just happiness. And then there's the little sub-phrase in there that says, being with you is the very best. So you can see I've got the foundation of the pages there. I just want to add some embellishment. So I'm going to use, these are some of the new ink colors from Catherine Pooler. They were definitely designed, well, she did not design them to go with this collection, but they are perfect for this collection. So I got 4 of the new inks, wintergreen, ginger, terracotta. Those are the ones that I used for this layout, and then there's also apricot. So I am going to use those colors to try and stamp tone on tone using the stamps that go with this collection. You can see I've swatched them there on directly onto these arcs here. So I am using the sort of the minty green, and you can see I cut that stamp apart so it said Sunshine. I'm not sure what it says. I have to check. Sunshine State of Mind. And State of Mind was below Sunshine, but I wanted it to read side by side. And so I simply just cut the phrases apart. And you can see how I'm manipulating the stamp a little bit in order to make it go around the corner of the arc of those rainbows, modified rainbows there. So that is going to be the winter green on top of the green. So just a little shade darker, and could be perceived as my titles, but really are more just embellishment to the page. And then I am going to use the next stamp after I clean it is Life is Good, and that is going to be using, so it is a slightly different color. It's terracotta, but it is more of a sort of a maroony red that matches the maroony red that is at that top arc on the left hand side there. Again, a slightly different color palette, but I like the way that it just pops that arc and gives it a little bit more personal character there. I had toyed with the idea of stitching some of the arcs, actually machine stitching, not hand stitching, maybe even zigzags, but I really didn't feel like it. So I didn't, but I am going to off camera at the end when I'm finished. I will stitch in black thread all the way around, just a fine border, and I like the way that duplicates the black border around the photo and ties everything together. It's there's a little bit more harmony in the page, and it grounds those edges a little bit. So I am going to punch the hole out here. My intent was originally to put some baker's twine through there, but I decided I didn't want the baker's twine in that happiness tag because I wanted to preserve that that white space that is to the left hand side of the photo. I did not put baker's twine into the minty, the greenish greeny blue tag that is in behind the journaling tag. But I might still do that because I did not actually put a title in that white space where I thought I might do that. So I could still put baker's twine in there, but I'm not sure that it actually needs it. There's so much color in this already that I don't feel that I need that. So you can see I used the washi. Again, that is not washi that comes with the collection or available from a cherry on top. That is from Heidi's store herself. And I am also stamped my third word for that sort of visual triangle that says enjoy. I had thought that I would use the black tag, just the top, so that you had the trio for a visual triangle as well, but I opted not to, and so I did stamp again off camera. There's a small heart that's in the stamp set, and I used all three of those same colors, so ginger, terracotta, and wintergreen at the top there, and you'll see that in the close-ups in a second. So I have the two tags that are removable for journaling. If you have any questions about anything I've done, there's those little hearts at the top right there. Please don't hesitate to leave any questions in the box down below. Thanks for stopping in today. I hope you were inspired to check out this collection because it's a really cool collection, and the colors are just fantastic. Also check out the Catherine Pooler inks. They are also absolutely amazing. I love them. Thanks for stopping in today. I hope you're doing well. Come back again soon. Take care.